it's Olga. Today I'm back in my kitchen and I'm so excited to share this recipe with you. Banana coffee cake. Coffee cakes are one of my favorite desserts to make. They're so easy to make, they're so soft and tender, and then they have that crunchy streusel topping. This one is a little bit different because it's made with bananas, and I think it tastes even better than banana bread and banana muffins because it's so much more tender. It's like a cake, so it's an upgraded version of both of those. This banana coffee cake doesn't actually have any coffee in it. What we typically call a coffee cake in America is a simple cake, usually with a streusel topping, that is served with coffee. So that's how it gets its name, and when you try it, you'll see exactly why it's the perfect treat to have with a cup of coffee. This is the perfect recipe to use up those ugly brown bananas you may have laying around. This cake is so easy to make. One of the only things you need to remember is to make sure that your cream cheese, the butter, and the eggs are at room temperature before you start mixing them up. If the ingredients are too cold, when you start mixing them, they're not gonna mix evenly, and you're not gonna get that nice, airy, creamy texture that you need, and the batter may even look curdled. But that's really easy to prevent. All you need to do is let them hang out on the counter for a little bit. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Brush the sides and the bottom of a 13 by 9 inch baking dish with butter or oil. We need 1 cup of mashed bananas, and that's about 3 medium bananas. So just peel them, mash them up, and then measure them. Usually the more ripe your bananas are, the sweeter they're gonna be, so you might even need to use less sugar. I'm gonna mix the rest of the batter in the standing mixer, and we're gonna start with creaming the butter, cream cheese, and sugar together until they're nice and fluffy. Pour in the sugar gradually and then mix for about 3 minutes. Now that it's nice and smooth, we're gonna add the vanilla and then the eggs one at a time. Add the mashed banana and mix it to combine. Before we add the dry ingredients to the batter, we're gonna mix it together separately in another bowl first. So I have all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And mixing them together first, that's just gonna ensure that you're not gonna get any pockets of baking soda somewhere in the cake. I probably should have used a bowl that was a tiny bit bigger, but this is gonna work fine. Add the dry ingredients to the batter and mix just until incorporated. Don't over-mix it or the cake isn't gonna be as tender as it could be. Scrape down the sides of the bowl, mix the flour in, and make sure you get the bottom of the bowl too, so there's not any flour left on the bottom. It's totally normal to have a few streaks of flour, so just use a rubber spatula and finish mixing it, and then you can pour the batter into the prepared baking dish. The streusel topping gives some texture, flavor, and crunch to the coffee cake. I'm using pecans in this recipe, but you can use any other type of nuts that you like. Walnuts are a really popular combination with bananas, so that always works. I'm also adding some flour, brown sugar, a little salt, and cinnamon to the coffee cake. And the cinnamon is what's gonna give it that really classic coffee cake flavor. Lastly, I have some cold butter that I cut into small pieces. Mix all of these ingredients together with a fork and work in the butter as much as you can. Then sprinkle all of it on top of the batter of the coffee cake. Bake the coffee cake in the preheated oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. It's really nice to have this as an after dinner snack, but it's also perfect to wrap up and put in your lunchbox or to enjoy with your coffee in the morning. My house smells so good right now. And this cake is so soft, you guys. I just love simple recipes like this one. It tastes like something you would buy at a fancy coffee shop, but how easy was it to make, right? I think this could be your next go-to recipe anytime you have extra bananas. Hi. Widzicie tam? To nawis. Hi friends, this is Olga and Josh, and today we're gonna turn these ugly brown bananas into delicious banana coffee cake. Are you gonna help me?
Yeah.